I grew thickened skin on my feet. I bathed in bleach and plugged my menses with pages from the holy book, but still inside.
The rumors about Jay-Z allegedly stepping over people on his rise to the top have been circling the culture for years, and now 50 Cent is turning the heat way up. He's been hinting that Beyonce herself might not be as spotless as the public image suggests, and that alone has people talking loud.
Catching the killer isn't easy. Lucky for me, I got friends, and they got ideas. Each episode is its own special study in solving them. Buckle up.
Now here's where it gets wild. 50 Cent is reportedly developing a new true crime docuseries focused on mysterious deaths and disappearances in the music industry, and allegedly some of the names tied to these stories are women viewed as Beyonce's rivals. Jay-Z has been linked in public conversations to figures like Blue Cantrell, Kathy White, and Aaliyah, and 50 isn't the only one drawing lines between these tragedies in the Carter circle. Others who've been close to the Carters and made similar claims too.
The same person that robbed me for like $500 for a session ended up being in the studio while I was there with the president of...
Beyonce's former drummer once claimed that Beyonce practices black magic and extreme witchcraft, while her uncle Ron, a former bodyguard, publicly alleged that Jay-Z and Beyonce were involved in taking down multiple artists to secure their spot at the top. Claims that remain unproven but heavily discussed, with careers like Carrie Sands often mentioned in these conversations, and 50 Cent pushing forward with his true crime project. The spotlight around Beyonce and Jay-Z is getting sharper by the day, and the industry whispers aren't slowing down anytime soon. So if you missed it, 50 Cent just secured a brand new true crime series over on Fox Nation, and the title alone is grabbing attention, 50 Ways to Catch a Killer. According to Fox Nation, the show will be hosted and executive produced by 50 himself through his G-Unit film and television banner, and this move has the industry buzzing already. He's teaming up with Lionsgate Alternative Television, and 50 released a statement saying, "True crime is powerful because it's real cases, real people, and real justice." With this series, I want viewers to experience the intensity of these investigations and the relentless work it takes to uncover the truth. He also added, "We're bringing these stories to life in a way that's both gripping and authentic." And that sounds serious on paper, but here's where things start getting messy fast. Insiders close to 50 are saying the series may dive into mysterious disappearances and unsolved deaths connected to the entertainment world. And knowing 50's history, people believe he's not about to play nice. Many think this could reopen old beef and send subtle shots toward longtime rivals, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Some names rumored to be part of the conversation are women Beyonce was allegedly seen as competition, or women Jay-Z was rumored to be linked with. And one name that keeps resurfacing is Aaliyah. Fans have been calling for Aaliyah's case to be re-examined for years, especially after troubling details circulated, including reports that she was sedated and carried onto the plane against her wishes, claims that remain part of ongoing public discussion and speculation.
Then Jaguar Wright stepped into the conversation with a jaw-dropping claim, alleging that Jay-Z used Hype Williams to help set Aaliyah up on a faulty plane. Jaguar publicly claimed that things behind the scenes weren't adding up, and her words lit a fire online, even though these statements remain allegations and not proven facts. Now this is where 50 Cent gets even more tangled in the Aaliyah storm. His longtime friend Eminem reportedly had a huge crush on Aaliyah back in the day, and people close to him say he never fully believed the official story surrounding her passing. With 50 now diving deep into unsolved cases, many believe this chapter is about to get dragged straight into the spotlight. Next name on the list, Blue Cantrell. Jay-Z was allegedly deeply fixated on her, and people have been whispering for years that he even named his first child after her. Blue didn't just fade away either. She vanished from the industry suddenly, but not before claiming that someone tried to poison her, a statement that shocked fans at the time. For some background, Blue came up in the late 90s doing background vocals for major names in the industry, including Diddy. Her talent eventually caught the attention of L.A. Reid, who reportedly signed her after hearing her perform her own song. Everything looked set for her big breakout until things abruptly went silent and her promising rise stalled without a clear explanation. Back in 2001, Blue Cantrell dropped her debut album, So Blue, and it went crazy. The project was a major success and even earned her 2 Grammy nominations, putting her right in the spotlight and setting her up as the next big thing. Everything looked solid until the Jay-Z chatter started heating up. Around that same time, Blue allegedly grew close to Jay-Z, who had just begun dating Beyonce. Meanwhile, Beyonce was locking in on her solo move, and by 2003, the timing raised eyebrows. Right as Blue released her second album, Bittersweet, Beyonce dropped Dangerously in Love, and the comparisons came fast. Rumors started flying that Beyonce felt threatened by Blue's rising momentum and allegedly suspected there might have been more than just business going on between Jay and Blue. Blue later denied any romantic involvement, but when Wendy Williams pressed her about it during an interview, Blue laughed nervously and said she couldn't really answer, which only made people talk louder. And Wendy Williams didn't hold back at all. She openly suggested that Jay-Z may have chosen Beyonce over Blue because Blue wasn't young enough for him, claiming he wanted someone more impressionable and easier to guide. Comments that sparked non-stop debate and added even more fuel to the controversy. But things got way messier when Beyonce and Jay-Z dropped the visuals for their 2003 collab, Bonnie and Clyde, and Blue Cantrell was not feeling it at all. Blue went public claiming the entire look and vibe were copied from promo visuals she had already done for her track Round Up, and that accusation had people side-eyeing everything hard.
In 2002, Blue teamed up with Sean Paul and released Breathe, which became a serious hit. Just a few months later, Beyonce dropped Baby Boy, also featuring Sean Paul, and fans instantly noticed the overlap. On that very track, Beyonce sings Let Me Breathe, and while some called it a coincidence, Blue clearly wasn't convinced, and once people started connecting the dots, the chatter got loud fast. Blue then decided to take things a step further and issued a clear warning to Beyonce during an interview. She said maybe Beyonce was doing it for attention, but added, "I want to make her understand, if she goes there with me, it's the wrong move." That statement alone sent shockwaves through the industry. She didn't stop there either. Blue continued, she needs to understand what she's doing and what she's getting into, and when asked why she felt Beyonce might be coming at her, Blue explained, if she is being negative, she doesn't need to be. She added, she's a beautiful girl, but if you have issues with your man, address it with the guy. Don't take it out on the girl. That quote had everyone picking sides instantly. Fast forward to 2014, and this is where the story shifts from messy to straight up dark. In September 2014, Blue Cantrell was reportedly seen wandering the streets of Santa Monica around 2 a.m., claiming that someone had poisoned her with gas, and the situation immediately raised alarms. According to TMZ, the incident went on long enough that witnesses became seriously concerned and called the police. Authorities arrived on the scene, and Blue was taken to a nearby hospital for a medical evaluation, turning what looked like confusion into a full-blown emergency. After that terrifying moment, everything seemed to fall apart for Blue fast. She was dropped from her record label, and from there, industry doors started slamming shut one by one. Opportunities dried up, collaborations disappeared, and suddenly nobody wanted to touch her career anymore. And this is where the speculation really starts buzzing. Some fans, and even people claiming insider knowledge, began asking the uncomfortable question, did Jay-Z and Beyonce have anything to do with Blue's sudden downfall? Nothing has ever been proven, but the timing has kept people talking non-stop. Jaguar Wright has openly suggested that artists once seen as threats to the Carters often watch their careers derail or face serious personal struggles. She's gone on record making these claims, and even pointed to former Def Jam artist Eric Sermon, referencing a serious incident from the early 2000s that happened around the same time Jay-Z released The Blueprint, adding even more fuel to the ongoing debate. Then Jaguar Wright went straight to Blue Cantrell and publicly urged her to speak up and expose what she claims really happened behind the scenes. Jag made it clear she believes Blue knows silence, in her opinion, has only protected powerful people. And last but definitely not least, there's another name that keeps popping up when these stories resurface. Kathy White. She's another woman who was allegedly romantically linked to Jay-Z and whose life ended tragically, a case that's continued to raise questions over the years. According to Jaguar Wright, both Jay-Z and Diddy supposedly know much more about what happened to Kathy than has ever been made public. Jaguar has even hinted that Kathy's case could be part of a wider pattern involving alleged poisonings in the industry.
a claim that remains unproven but heavily debated online. Now let's rewind and break down what was reported back in early September 2011. Several local outlets and celebrity blogs began circulating news about the death of a young woman named Kathy Anna White. And across those reports, she was described as Jay-Z's alleged romantic partner, a label that instantly pushed the story into the spotlight and sparked years of speculation. The affair rumors around Kathy White first sparked after she was spotted out in Las Vegas with her friend Claudia Jordan at TAO nightclub, sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Diddy. There's even a photo that later resurfaced showing Kathy, Jay, and Diddy at that same Vegas party. And once people saw that image, the whispers started spreading quietly. At first, when blogs floated rumors about Jay's alleged involvement with Kathy, it barely made a ripple. The story came and went without much noise, and most people didn't think twice about it. But everything changed when news of Kathy's death suddenly broke in September 2011. That's when people started saying the timeline felt off. Beyonce had just revealed her first pregnancy at the VMAs on August 28, 2011, only 5 days before Kathy was found dead. And that pregnancy announcement completely dominated headlines and social media, with Beyoncé's reveal taking over the internet. Reports about Kathy's passing were quietly published by smaller outlets and barely registered with the public. Still, people who love breaking down timelines couldn't ignore the overlap, especially when they tied it to long-running rumors about Beyoncé allegedly using a surrogate and staging the pregnancy. Claims that remain unproven but widely debated online. And just when it seemed like the rumors couldn't get any wilder, Jay-Z's ex, Carmen Bryant, stepped back into the conversation. She's been making comments suggesting the Carters are far more powerful and allegedly more dangerous than most people realize. Carmen recently reacted to reports about Jay's alleged ties to Diddy's controversies, and in that response, she appeared to insinuate that Jay may have unintentionally exposed himself, setting social media on fire all over again. Carmen Bryant even pointed fans to Jay-Z's lyrics on the song Monster, where he raps, "Kill a block, Avenue News, I grape and pillage your village, women and children." And that alone had people pausing the track and replaying it twice. At this point, fans are seriously hoping 50 Cent's true crime docuseries at least touches on some of these stories, because the coincidences are stacking up way too clean to just brush off. So now the real question is this: are these moments just unfortunate coincidences that got twisted by time and rumors? Or do you think Beyonce and Jay-Z are connected to something way darker than the public has ever been allowed to see? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want more deep dives like this, make sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and drop your thoughts below. Your opinion matters. I'll catch you in the next one.